Hello Taurus, welcome to your March monthly reading. This is Mantra Flower Tarot. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, it'll get focused there in a second. I'm going to be doing your general read for the month of March here, and I typically do like a Celtic cross or a 10 card spread, but I've been changing the way that I'm doing my readings to match more of like what I do as a tarot reader for myself, like when I do my personal readings, and that's kind of what I've been guided to do, so that's what I've been doing. I'm also laying out all my decks because I am intuitively grabbing the deck that I'm being guided to grab, which usually has a specific message in that deck meant for whatever collective or person I'm reading for here. If it doesn't resonate, it just hasn't happened yet, or you just, it's just not your story. Feel free to always check out your other placements though. Please make sure you like and subscribe if this does resonate, or you think that it's a message worthwhile for sharing for other people. The more you like it and share it, the more people will see it on their feed, like when they search tarot reads and things like that. I've never started a read off with messages like this, but this is kind of what they were drawing me to pull from. I feel like they still want me to keep going. This is a lot. I usually never pull a lot of these cards, and I never start my read off. So we will see. I kind of just do the generals without focusing on anything specific. Whatever needs to come out that month. So whatever is the most important energy for you to know about or to pay attention to in March, that's the energy that's going to be coming out in March. But we will dive in and see if there's a specific message that comes out. I will definitely dive in as much as I can into that message and see what is going on with it. But let's just see what we got for Taurus for the month of March here. So we already have some that have come out here. They're telling me I need to do at least one more card here. There was one more that you needed to have up here, which is definitely interesting. Because like I said, I never pulled this many of these cards. These are the ancestor cards. And I know that like for me, when I'm asking a question from my ancestors, like for guidance, these are the best cards to use. So maybe some of you are feeling like you're really needing guidance from your ancestors at this time. Or like you're just needing guidance in general. And so your ancestors are kind of the first energies coming out here and letting me know, like, yeah, let's start off with some guidance and messages from the ancestors here. Get one more for Taurus for the month of March. One more for Taurus for the month of March. One more ancestor message here. I feel it coming. Usually if they have me shuffle for a long time and like I know this is the deck I'm supposed to be using, it's just them trying to make sure I get the right card. Okay, so the last one we have, let's try to center this out for you here. And I'm getting that we need to clarify with these. So the first one here, we have great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. So Taurus, with this card, I'm immediately feeling that your ancestors and spirits have been trying to give you messages. They've been trying to communicate with you. I get that you could be going through a rough time right now in the month of March, and they're trying to send you messages, and they're trying to give you assurance and support and show you the right way. Not the right way, but the best way for you to go. But I get that you're kind of blocked here. You're not actually seeing these messages. You're not acknowledging them. You might be looking at me like that's coincidence, but nothing is ever a coincidence here. So I'm definitely getting more of a vibe of like, don't ignore the spiritual experiences and messages that are coming towards you in the month of March. You need to pay more attention. The dove is a very symbolic bird. That means peace. It means unity, union, love. And that's letting me know, like, and because they're releasing a dove, it's like they're trying to send you messages, Taurus. They're trying to send you help. They're trying to send you different signs, maybe some synchronicities. They're trying to let you know. And in the background here, you have the flower of life in that shape there. I don't know how much you can see that. the flower of life, okay? And that's like the shape that's going on in the background here. And so I get it's like they're trying to guide you on the right path for your life. Like they see that maybe you've derailed somewhere, or you're just really struggling and having a really hard time here. But they are trying to make sure that they are present and helping you and supporting you. They're trying, but you're not seeing or acknowledging the messages, or you're like passing them off in the month of March. So this is really a time for you, Taurus, in March to pay closer attention to the messages and the synchronicities and the, you know, quote unquote coincidences that are happening around you, because they're not coincidence. That's actually your ancestors and your angels trying to help you. Second here we have traveler, move in a new direction. What did I just say? They're trying to help you go on the right path here. They're letting you know whatever direction you're going down right now, whether that's in your love life, your career path, your choices in life in general, your personal relationship, whatever it is for you, they are trying to show you that this is not the path for you. It's time to try something new. It's trying to turn around and go somewhere else, but do not continue moving down the path that you're on. I always tell people that you know you're on the wrong path because you're meeting obstacle after obstacle. When you're continuously having a ton of challenges here, you can know that this is not the path you're meant to be on. Now, as soon as you make a conscious choice to move down a different path, to go on a different direction, everything starts to get better. And that's because your ancestors, your spirits, your guides, whoever you believe in, they're now able to come in and protect you and guide you, because you're no longer going towards the wrong thing. You're no longer blocking them out. You're listening to your message, your intuitive messages. You're listening to your higher self. So now they can really connect and tap in with you and start to help you move in the right direction here. So anytime that you're pursuing something and you're just meeting obstacle after obstacle, and you're just, you can't get a break, nothing seems to happen for you, you just keep getting more and more stressed and anxious, and the whole situation is just like encompassing you, that's a good way to know that you're not going down the right path here, that you're not going in the right direction. The third one we have here, Father Sky, trust in the unknown, okay? So you might have a little bit of issue as far as like, I'm really familiar and comfortable with going down this path. I don't necessarily trust this path because I have no idea where it's going to lead me. I don't know what I'm going to run into on that path. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if it's going to be successful for me or not. So your ancestors are definitely asking you to trust in this new direction they're trying to guide you in. They're trying to send you these messages. They're trying to pull you somewhere. And I get that you're very resistant to it because you possibly just don't trust the experience. You don't trust your guides, your ancestors, and the plan for you here. Excuse me, sorry. I didn't bring my water and like my mouth is so dry. But for whatever reason, they're really highlighting here, like these first three cards are synonymous with each other, okay? Like we're trying to send you a message to go down a different direction, and you're ignoring us because you don't trust the path. You're blocking out the messages that you're receiving because you don't trust where we're trying to guide you, where we're trying to take you. But if you think about this, okay, the Father Sky, here's an eagle to represent him. Don't you think that your ancestors, your spirits, your guides, your angels, they have a much higher viewpoint than you could possibly ever have? You're on this viewpoint, okay? You're on the 3D. You see what's around you, what's here, maybe what's around the corner, and that's all you can see. But they have the highest viewpoint possible. So it's almost like they're able to see the way out of the maze while you're stuck in the maze. And when they're trying to guide you and tell you, you know, go left, go right, go here, go straight, go back, that's them trying to guide you out of that maze. But when you're refusing to listen to them, you're trapped in the maze, going in circles, running into dead ends repeatedly and repeatedly because you're just choosing not to listen to them. But you have to trust that they know more. They see the maze for what it is. They see the big picture, they see the details, and they see the end goal. They know what's at the end of the maze. Maybe that dead end is actually, you know, a dead end that leads you into poverty. They see that and they're trying to guide you away from it. But the more that you are resisting and not accepting their help or listening to those messages, the less and less that they're able to do for you. Up next, we have White Witch. Be the light. I feel like some of you might be in kind of like a dark place here. You might be like kind of sad, frustrated, angry, like in those kind of lower emotions because things have not been going good for you. And a lot of it has to do with just not trusting your intuition, not looking at the messages being sent to you, not trusting in trying something new or going in a new direction here. And so life may feel really hard. Like I'm getting from like February, definitely, January, some part of it. I feel like you started the year off kind of rough here, Taurus. And I'm definitely sorry for that. I can feel your pain here. I can feel the confusion, the frustration, the loss, the anxiety, the stress. Like I can feel all those emotions. And so they're just wanting you to find a way to be in more light energy, okay? When you're interacting with others, try to make them happy. Try to engage in things that are of positive, light nature, okay? If you're having a venting session and a gossiping session with your friends, that's putting you deeper into those negative emotions. But if you are surrounding yourself with people that want to have like happy, productive, inspiring, supportive conversations, you're going to start to feel that energy. Surround yourself with positive energy and try to be that energy as much as you can, and that's going to help you start to heal and get out of those negative emotions. The next one, we have Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. I feel like you're extremely guarded here. You're very what's the word? You're very like trapped inside of yourself. Like you've kind of blocked yourself off from the world, from friends, from family, loved ones, coworkers. It's almost a feeling of like self-isolation and self-sabotage here, where you've just retreated so far into your own dungeon that like there's nothing you can do other than just sit in your dungeon and be lonely, okay? That's not going to let that light in. You have to get out of that dungeon to experience the light. It's time to start dropping your guard, drop your shields, allow people in, allow people to help you, ask for support, ask for their love, and the more that you're listening to those messages and going down that new direction, the more people will want to give you that light, that support, and that love. When you're going down the right path, you'll be surrounded with people that actually want you to heal and want you to feel good and better about yourself here. And then we have Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So the more that you go through these difficult obstacles, and I call them obstacles because for you, I do feel like it is an obstacle. It's an obstacle to acknowledge that you're getting spiritual downloads and messages. It's an obstacle for you to acknowledge that it's time to go in a different direction. It's an obstacle for you to trust that, I may not know everything, but I'm still going to do it. It's an obstacle for you to be in those positive energies. All of these things leading up to this are obstacles for you, because it's pushing you out of your comfort zone. It's forcing you to try something new, and to do something different than what you're used to doing here. And then next we have Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. So what did I just say? The more that you start to, get out of your dungeon and go down the right direction, you will be approached by people, and people will surround you that actually want to help you, that want to lift your spirits and get you into that light energy. They want you to do good. They want you to be happy, and they want to be in your life and help you get there. And so you need to be more open to things that they're telling you, to things that they're saying, even if it's something you don't agree with. Be open to listening and be open to exploring it, because I feel like this is like a baby stage here. Like you're going to be like a new baby when you come out of your dungeon, when you finally start to accept these things and you're passing these obstacles. It's like you're in this baby state where it's like you don't really know what's up from down and what's left from right. So you need to open yourself to listen to other people's ideas. Like I feel like in March, this is a time where your ancestors and your guides, they really want you to restructure everything that you've believed in, everything that you've chased and followed, everything that you've, I'm getting like childhood they just give me the word traumas, but that's not what I was trying to say. So you could have childhood traumas that kind of created this moment for you. But I'm getting more like, I was trying to say habits, or like things that you've learned as a child, cycles and patterns and things that aren't really healthy. And in March, your ancestors and guides, they really want you to step out of the known and go into the unknown. You already know everything there is to know about yourself, and the way you think, the way you feel, the way you perceive things. You already know everything there is to know about how you are and who you are, right? But what if that's not true? What if there's so much more to who you are? What if there's so much more to this world than what you believe there is? What if there is so much more waiting for you, but you're refusing to experience it? You're refusing to go see what else is out there because you're just trapped in your own world here and not allowing new information to come in. And it's like it's causing your detriment here. It's causing you to not progress, to not grow, okay? Even they just told me to not heal, okay? So month of March, and I can see why they wanted me to start with this. For the month of March, Taurus, you really need to focus on getting out of your dungeon here. Mix things up, try things that are different, you know, start to be more aware of those messages that are happening around you. Feel safe and secure, surrender is the word they just gave me. Surrender to the divine, surrender to the unknown, surrender to the idea that there is a greater life than what you're living, you know? Surrender to the fact that there might be more and that you don't know about it, okay? And they're trying to guide you to it. They're trying to lead you that way. All right, let's move on to these ones. I've been trying to pull more out here, and they're like, it's pretty slow pulling here. So far we have the Three of Swords, we have the Star, Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel like there is some kind of heartbreak that you've experienced, and it might be heartbreak that kind of set you even deeper into this cycle of like being in a dungeon and ignoring like messages, not going down a different road here. But there's something with this heartbreak. Trying to see if I can energetically kind of like pick it up here. I'm getting that with this heartbreak, it's almost like you're not showing it. Okay, thank you. I feel like Taurus, and I'm very sorry, I feel like you've been stabbed in the heart multiple times, okay? And that's obviously the clear message of the card, but I get that each time I'm getting like, you know, like a King of Swords energy here. You did not show your heartbreak. You did not heal from it because you did not show it. Like when this happened, when you've been deeply hurt, and you're like really struggling and you're in pain here, I'm getting that, sorry, some cards fell here. I'm getting this energy of like, you're not expressing it, you're not showing it. Like if you cry, you're crying in the dark by yourself. You're not allowing anyone to know how deeply hurt you are. You just withdraw into yourself more and more and more, okay? You're in a place in March where I feel like there was another heartbreak. But the good thing is I feel like you're starting to see what you do when you are heartbroken here. You're starting to see how you are actually hurting yourself more when you are not revealing and showing or sharing, expressing how deeply hurt you actually are. I get the energy of like, for the first time, you're actually acknowledging your own heartbreaks, and it makes it even more heartbreaking because it's like you're reliving all of the heartbreaks you've ever gone through because you've never actually acknowledged and lived and healed them when they happened. So in the month of March, I feel like that's why it's so important for you to listen to the messages that are coming towards you from your ancestors and your guides, to really find a way to go down a different path, because the way that you're continuing, the path that you're going down, it's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to heal you. It's not going to help you. It's truly just going to keep damaging you and hurting you and drilling you further and further into the ground. And it's like, it's time to come up from the ground. It's time to like acknowledge your pain, acknowledge your hurt, and begin the process of healing that, okay? And once you do that, once you truly do that and you acknowledge how much pain you've been in and who has caused that pain and how you can heal from that pain, that's when everything begins to change for you here. I feel like that's when you start to see things in a very different way, and I think that's kind of where it comes into the dropping your shields here. You start to, also with being the light, it's almost like you begin to open your heart. I'm trying to like make sure I'm saying, because they're giving me messages, but I also know what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to like, do I mix them or just, I'm getting that like, in order to acknowledge the pain that you've suffered, you have to open your heart, right? So that you personally can look inside and see, this is the pain that I've gone through. This is the trauma I've experienced. These are the things I've never said. You know, it's like you have to be the first person to open your heart and look into it, because I feel like you don't even acknowledge your own heart. You don't even look at your own heart, Taurus. And that's very sad. And it's like making me sad, because if you can't see into your heart, that means no one else can see it. And that's a very cold and dark place to be. It's lonely. So I'm the message that they're kind of giving me, and I can like, the image that I'm getting in my mind is like, you're literally pulling your heart out of your chest and you're cracking it open, and you're seeing these 3 swords that lie inside of it. And it's like, for the first time, you're willing to actually look at those swords and acknowledge that they exist and how much they hurt. And I feel like that's going to be a very overwhelming experience for you, but it's also a very transformative experience for you, because now that you've acknowledged it, you've seen it, and you're feeling those emotions, you can begin to heal. You know, you can begin to grow from it. You can begin to move past that pain. And that's like, they're literally showing me someone pulling a heart out of their chest, and they're like cracking their heart open, and there's just 3 swords right there in the middle of their heart. And it's like, wow, I didn't realize that that's what I was carrying around. No wonder why, you know, no wonder why I've been so numb. No wonder why I've been so isolated. No wonder why I've been, you know, so negative in my thoughts and my self-talk here, because I had these 3 swords. It's almost like those movies where like a big monster is like screaming and rampaging and going hectic and crazy, just to find out it's got like a little splinter in its paw. You pull it out and they're like the nicest, sweetest thing. That's what I'm getting for you, Taurus, is like, you're realizing like, no wonder why I've been this rampaging, disastrous kind of monster towards other people and myself, because I've had these 3 splinters in my heart, and I never truly was able to acknowledge them, so I could never pull them out, you know? And once you do that, I feel like that's when the light comes through. That's when all of a sudden light is shed on your heart. You can begin healing it. You can begin pulling those splinters out, those swords out one at a time, and healing your heart here. And that's when you start to have better luck, because now you're perceiving things different. You're seeing the world in a little bit of a different way, in a more positive light. You're going to start getting some of your self-value, your self-worth, and confidence back. You're starting to experience the world for the good things, rather than just seeing everything as being like this kind of negative kind of feel to it. Like you're starting to enjoy things again. It literally feels like you're finally coming out of the dungeon, okay? Once you do that and you open your heart, that's when you start to come out of the dungeon and you're like, I see the light, like I can see the sun still exists and there's people still out here and it's good people, you know, and like there's things in this world that I do enjoy, you know? It's like this aha revelation moment where you begin to heal yourself and come back into your true energy, your true Taurus energy of just being this bright, loving, caring, charismatic, social person. Like you're finally feeling like yourself again. Granted, you know, it's gonna take more time than just 1 month to heal, but you are gonna be shocked how quickly you can begin to heal and transform your life when you're willing to open your heart and acknowledge the pains and the hurts. All right, sorry about that, Taurus. We are still just pulling out some cards here. I think this is good. It's giving me a pretty clear message here. I don't think I need to pull those anymore. So yeah, you're going to get back to like your normal self, like your actual self here. And that's when I think that you're going to start gaining back some of that self-confidence and things like that. You're really going to start going through a transformative time. And like I was saying, you're going to be shocked by how quickly you can begin to heal when you're ready to heal. When you're ready and you're willing to do the work, man, that healing goes by really fast, versus when you keep like ignoring it and, you know, being in low energy and listening to your ego, things like that. Like when you're actually ready to heal and you fully embrace the healing process, you heal pretty quickly. But I do get that there's going to be a point in time where you're going to start walking away from anything that does not fulfill you. You're definitely transforming. Like once, and I do see this going past March. I know I wanted to really just focus on March, Taurus, but they've given me quite a lot here, and I see you going through this transformation, honestly, for the rest of the year, where you're healing and you're transforming yourself and you're moving forward and you're in a better place. That's going to be like a year-long process for you. So I would expect to continuously be healing and moving in a positive direction for the rest of the year. But I do get like in this time frame here, I'm getting like April and May here, where you're going to start leaving anything that's unfulfilling. Like you're taking action to actually take control of your life. And if something does not resonate with you anymore, you're learning to let go of things more. I feel like you've had a hard time releasing certain things, whether it be emotions, people, experiences, projects, jobs, whatever it is. Like you've had a difficult time releasing it, but now it's like you're within this transformation. You're learning to let go of anything that's going to put you back in this dungeon. And you're like, I never want to go back in that dungeon again, because that was not a good place to be in. And I feel like you were there for a while. And so you're like, I am not ever going back there. And so you start to really move more into your king energy here. You start to really raise yourself, raise your vibration, raise your focus. You know, I do think that you're going to start focusing more on your money again, whether that's something you kind of like moved away from or not. You're definitely coming back into that like stable, slow moving, but not slow moving as like a knight, you know, like you're more in that like steady movement. You know, I don't need to rush anything. I don't need to be impulsive, but I am going to continuously make progress, and I'm going to continuously move forward. I'm not going to stop anymore, and there's not going to be a bunch of blocks anymore. I'm just going to keep moving forward in a very steady fashion. And that's going to be definitely building up your physical world, your 3D world. You know, you're going to start seeing a change in that around April, May. And then you're coming into your Emperor energy. I think you might have always been an Emperor, but you're an Emperor that got stuck in a dungeon, okay? So the more that you embrace this more like steady, progressive movement kind of energy, you're eventually going to get back into your Emperor energy here. And I do think you're going to end up, there is going to be some kind of, I definitely get relationship vibes with this, but you are going to be running into someone that's going to like really fill your cup. It's going to be someone that you admire significantly. You want to be with them. You're acknowledging like this person, you know, emotionally and mentally. We vibe on every level here. And I do get that you are gonna, as an Emperor, you may actually end up pursuing this person. I feel like you're gonna recognize them, you're gonna see them, and then you're gonna start pursuing them. And then, because then we have Ace of Cups, Mother of Cups, and then here we have the Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Chariot, okay? So I do think it's interesting. 777 might be a number to look out for, or a number that you're seeing very often. And I feel like 777 is around this person. I think they're a very highly spiritual, intuitive person. And so if you start to see 777 after you meet someone, this could be that person that I'm talking about, or like when you're hanging out with them, you're seeing 7-7. When you're thinking of them, you're seeing 7-7, things like that. But I do think this is a highly spiritual, intuitive kind of person. Seven of Cups is like the... Seven of Cups is going to be almost like the balancing of energies. For this deck, for me, the Seven of Cups is like, okay, we are balanced, but you see how the cup, the middle cup, is turned down, and you have the sun on the bottom and the moon on the top. So this might be a person where there's a lot of mystery about them. There's a lot of hidden things that you don't understand. It's not that they're secretive, but they're so intuitive and in touch with their spirituality that you may not see certain things, like you may not understand certain aspects about this person because they're very spiritual, they're very intuitive, they're almost like magical, okay? Like they're gonna have this undertone or this energy of like mystery and depth and just, I'm having a hard time putting it into words, but when you meet this person, yeah, you're going to want to give your cup to their sun. Like that's what you see. That's what you see them as. You're going to see them as like very radiant, happy, beautiful, charismatic. You know, you're really going to love that part of them, but just know that there is a totally different part of this person, and you're going to feel that, but you're not going to know what it is. And so it could scare you. It could worry you, because you're going to be like, I don't know, is this person keeping secrets? Are they sneaky? You know, what's going on with this person? But I think it's literally just, they have such a strong spiritual undercurrent that you can only feel the undercurrent, but you can't actually see it, okay? At least not for now. You can't actually see it. And that's where you're going to start to, I feel like you're going to slow way down. You're going to get really like, I'm not going to say you're going to withdraw from this person, but you're going to start to slow things down, and you're going to move very, very slowly with them, because you really want to make sure that it's not bringing you back to a place where you're going to be like in this Five of Cups energy, okay? You're trying to really assess and make sure that this person is not anyone that is going to end up hurting you, that's going to end up like turning out to be sneaky or lying or manipulative. And once you finally realize that, I think you're going to take like very fast action towards this person. Once you finally realize like, yes, they're not sneaky, conniving, like they're actually a really good person, there's just that undertone of mystery and spirituality about them, you're going to move quickly towards them. And I do think you'll know who this person is in March. If you don't already know who they are, you will know who they are in March. I don't see you actually pursuing them again until maybe May and April. I think a lot of this reading is flowing into May and April. For the love message cards here, we have boat, receiving what you need, progression arriving, moving on, closure issues. So I do think that's you finally stepping into the boat, moving forward. You're finally starting to realize where you need to heal, as well as things that you need to acknowledge within yourself, and that begins to transform you, okay? Palm trees, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, flexibility. That's kind of the energy that you transform into after you start to acknowledge and heal yourself. Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call a person, boundaries, still angry. I do think that there might have been people that you crossed or that you hurt while you were in this like dungeon, Three of Swords kind of energy, and I just don't think that they might be ready to accept your healing and forgive you. I feel like there might have been people that you've said things to, or that you've, like, not on purpose, but I just heard another tarot reader say this, and it popped into my head. Hurt people, right? So I think you were one of those hurt people that ended up hurting other people, and it wasn't intentional, but you were in a place of hurt and pain, and that's what you projected out. So I do feel like there might be some people that you want to reach out to or reconnect with, and they're just not ready. They're not ready to like, they might still be in their healing process, whatever happened between you both. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. I feel like this is the moment where you're truly transforming and moving forward. I do think you're being like a phoenix, you know, you're actually, like, you've been burnt down to ash, and now you are transforming back into this beautiful, colorful bird here, and you're like able to live and thrive and be yourself again. Like, it's quite beautiful, the energy I get from that. But I do think that you will be transforming yourself in such a way that it is like a phoenix. I don't think I have anything else here. Sorry that I kind of read more into April and May. I really tried to keep it just in March. I think March is going to be the month of realization. March is going to be the heaviest month, where you're getting a lot of intuitive messages, a lot of downloads and communication from your guides, your spirits, and your ancestors. I think that is the main focus of March for you, is going to really be acknowledging that you're getting all these signs, and you start to actually see the signs, acknowledge their signs, and then you begin to trust more and follow them. So March is the month of, like, your guides leading you out of the dungeon. They're trying to get your attention and to make you realize things so that you can slowly open the door to that dungeon. And then April and May are going to be the months where you're starting to transform. You're starting to go into those months with a new mindset, with a new perspective. You're working on yourself. You're actively trying to move and transform and create. You're coming out of that energy, and, you know, like I said, the whole year is going to be healing for you, as it usually is for anyone. But April and May are really the months where you're embracing that healing. And May is like, now I'm back in my Emperor energy. I'm really enjoying life again. And hey, April and May is your birthday months too, so that's kind of funny. I didn't even think about that. But those are the months where you're really starting to see that transformation. All right, Taurus, that's all I have for you, and I hope you are well. And make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe if that did resonate for you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.